All right, we're live. And we're both eating very quickly.
I'm not even done.
You got a little bit of your nutsack, looking ass cookie.
Is that what it looks like?
You don't think so? Got that kind of walnut texture on the outside, walnut shell texture on the outside.
You know what? I haven't seen enough nutsacks,
Look down, buddy. I'd hate for you to.
Never even looked,
I got no idea what it even feels like down there, bro.
Aren't you supposed to hold a mirror to it so you can see it?
That's how I check. They say you got to check it every day before in the shower.
Okay. We're good. Audio's good.
SKC Fan TV says, can they hear us?
I believe so. All right. Can you hear this?
We heard it. Matthew Perez says, Kendall, Christian. You got nothing down there, bro. You smooth as hell. Shouts to SKC Fan TV who says, Suarez to SKC. Greatest comeback in MLS history. You're going to need more than that.
That's right. And, Sporting Kansas City just played against LAFC. So, I mean,
What was the result?
I believe it was 2-0.
Yes.
2
Big old nil.
We'll talk about that game a little bit because Gareth Bale did score his first goal. And Chicho Arango also.
And SKC Fan TV goes, his first goal against us?
Why did it have to be against us? Okay.
Did you burn that kit? Let us know, SKC Fan TV. We need to know.
We say this all the time, but if you're not watching either SKC Fan TV's YouTube streams or clips on Twitter or
especially
TikTok,
this season.
I mean, this is what
we're watching someone burn themselves.
This
down.
is like when Arsenal decided to film All or Nothing during the struggle of a season that they had. It's good entertainment.
I mean, it should have been Everton All or Nothing. That would have been, first of all, we'd be in it,
bro,
which would have been amazing.
Would have been the stars of the show.
But then also, it would have been some real drama. Do you remember Drama for Your Mama? Do you remember that? Who used to say that?
I mean, that was, the early 90s, late 80s. Wasn't that from, I'm Going to Get You Sucker or something like that?
Jive Turkey, that era?
Some black exploitation film.
Somebody used to say that.
Who?
It might have been that. What were the two radio guys? None of this is making the podcast, so you guys are getting an exclusive. I'm gonna cut all this out. First of all, Christian's eating still. Take a bigger bite, buddy. What are you nibbling, buddy? We got a show to do.
This testicle's too large. I can't just chew the whole thing.
Clip that, please.
There's a guy on TikTok that's like anti-vegetable. And he only eats meat, but he slaps down like a cat.
Is this the liver
guy? Yeah, he's
liver king.
He's liver and like
his kid's
testicles.
like 6 with abs.
Yeah, it's unbelievably disgusting.
Yeah,
a couple vegetables won't hurt you, buddy.
That dude's gotta have at least the worst breath I've ever smelled. Right? I haven't smelled it. It's gotta be just horrific. This dude eating raw liver out of a dead animal.
Right.
Ew, bro.
I mean, better than in a live animal.
Get some Blamino acids, bro.
Okay.
Where were you when Suarez said no?
Did he?
Hasn't been confirmed yet, which is why we still put him in the thumbnail.
We made the thumbnail. We couldn't change it. All right.
And then, Nicole Hack says, if y'all be at MLS All-Star, we'll see you there. Well, then maybe we will see you there.
Yeah.
And one of those nights, I suggest you keep your plans empty and everyone else in Minnesota as well.
Right.
Something fun might be happening.
Yeah.
Something fun might be happening.
More info coming real soon.
Yeah.
Stay locked to the Cooligans socials.
Who did you think would talk on the show with his mouth full of nut? Clip that.
All right. I am done. We can get started.
You good?
Ready to go.
How was it?
It was very good. What is it?
Gluten-free peanut butter cookie.
A gluten-free peanut butter cookie. That's the way to do it, bro.
I say no peanut butter, put little pieces of chocolate in it, and gluten, and melted butter. Yeah, I'm talking about a chocolate chip cookie, baby. Ooh, Paolo Nelson said pizza party. Should we?
We should do a pizza party and like literally hire like Sesame Street characters. You know what I mean?
Remember the ones that were dancing where they're like, "Oh, go panda, go panda." Remember that video? That panda needs to come. Remember them like Wish.com, Minnie and Mickey?
I think we could put Anibal in one of the suits.
So he could twerk.
He could twerk. Yeah. Anibal rolled
That's
down.
Panda, yo.
Okay,
Panda. I see you, Panda. I love that video. Y'all got to come with me to Boludo. Boludo, we found that place, right? Was that the Argentinian spot?
Yes.
But it's I don't know if it's Argentinian pizza.
Did we go? I don't remember
No,
going.
we went to the place in Texas. Went to that bakery to get the empanadas for the Maxi Urruti.
Yes. I don't remember what that place was called.
It wasn't called Boludo.
It wasn't that.
I bet you've said that you were not going to get pastries, bro.
But it was it was good.
Yeah, I think Boludo does the Fugata pizza, whatever.
Fugazi.
Yeah, it is to me, bro.
Okay.
Welcome to the show. My name is Alexis Guerrero. That's Christian Polanco. We're the Cooligans. We're hilarious.
What is good? Welcome.
I did an intro.
Look at that. Finally, a fraction of professionalism from Alexis Guerrero's. Never thought I'd see the day.
And I hated it.
Boom. We are excited to be here. We are live here on YouTube at the Stand Comedy Club and Restaurant, where we film and tape our podcast. Shouts to US. We focus on all things American soccer on Tuesdays.
This is where we at, baby.
Okay.
I was just here the other night. Did a show up here and downstairs. It was a lot of fun. It's a dinner and a show, which is really, if you want to get me out of bed, that's what you got to do. But my plane was delayed coming home from Orlando, so I had to change in the new Delta Lounge, which is upstairs. And the elevator's broken, so I had to carry my luggage upstairs, right? And then there's no air conditioning in the bathroom. So now I'm sweating in the bathroom.
Damn,
I come out wearing different clothes. People must have thought something sketch happened. I scurry out of there.
This is where I love people who complain about minor inconveniences when they just flew across the country in a metal.
I think we're past being amazed by how planes work.
I'm just saying.
Are we not past this yet? Are you still childlike looking around out the window?
Where's the gratitude for what?
There is no gratitude. If I had gotten that ticket for free, I'd be so gracious. I paid to be in that magical tin can you're talking about.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. But you made it. You made it to the show. The Stand, obviously, a dope comedy club, dope restaurant.
I did get here on time.
If you're ever in New York and want to catch a show, come to this club. And if you maybe don't want to catch a show, but you want to get some food, unbelievable food here. Highly recommend it.
In fact, shouts to Anthony Vitolo, who's the executive chef of Emilio's Bellato, one of the best Italian restaurants ever. Definitely one of the top in New York City. Super old school, and I think you kind of catch what I'm talking about. So I was very respectful.
Okay. Sit in your seat. No sudden movements. You're going to check for a wire.
Right? If you drop a fork, I suggest you pick it up by saying, I'm picking up a fork now, and my other hand is up here. You know? Absolutely incredible place. Found out about all the secret menu items, which is like wild low key. Like, this place is legendary in New York. It's been open since the 50s. This place is legendary, and no one talks about the off menu items. Those are like cast members of The Sopranos are the only ones who know. Ooh. You know what I'm talking about? And he gave me the low key on two of them. In fact, he served one of them here, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, if you know Not Another Cooking Show with Steven Cusato, incredible YouTube channel. He does a Sunday supper here. He invites other chefs, and then I host it. Like, I'll basically I make jokes while the two of them actually talk about food, and then I tell them they're wrong about food every once in a while.
Right, yeah.
And
so
they get mad at me.
That's the expertise he brings to the table.
You know, but that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm not rushing here from the airport just for a little old show. You know what I mean? Like, if Christian was like, all of our fans are in the room, you need to hurry, I'd be like, relax, there's food at the Delta Lounge, right? But if he said, yo, there's a couple of chefs here, one of which is going to tell you off-menu food items that are secret, and there's a show, I'd be like, well, stop talking, Christian.
Exactly.
I need to hurry.
Well, now the audience knows how to incentivize Alexis getting anywhere. Okay, let's get started today. As always, shout out to all the Meadowlark familia. Papi has something to say.
It's the Cooligans, buddy.
That's right. Doesn't it?
I love how you set up this.
Doesn't it? It's just, oh my God, it's just such a warm, it's like a warm hug from
our grandpa, our Cuban grandpa.
Okay. It is the Cooligans, buddy. So
you don't have like a Cuban grandpa, like a good Cuban grandpa, like you have to like, tell him that he's not wearing sunglasses. Stop looking at the women walking by. You know what I mean? You didn't put on your sunglasses, abuelo. Those are just the regular ones.
A little bit more discreet.
Yo, you being sucio right now,
pop,
abuelo. Abuelito, no. Whatchamacallit? By the way, Gamer Sab says, this is such clickbait. Luis Suarez is not coming to LAFC. It's a question. Is Luis Suarez actually going to LAFC? The answer is no. Okay, turns out, but it's not been confirmed.
Gamers has exposed us.
And then he said, "Vamos Red Bulls,"
for something every single person on the internet does.
Oh no, you got us. We put something salacious in the title to get you to click on it.
You know what? But you're here.
Oh, look who it worked on. That's like being on the phone with one of those as seen on TV products, going, "These things never work. These ads never work on me. I'll take two." I'll take two hot dog microwavers.
You got Gamer Sav. Okay.
Shouts to Gamer Sav.
No, all love. No, man. It's so yeah. Let's start there because we started compiling what we were going to talk about today,
right?
And
nothing else hit the tongue quite like Luis Suarez going to LAFC.
Okay, you could just I wanted to sink my teeth into this story, if you know what I mean.
Thomas 19064. But how did I end up with all these Flobies? Remember the Flobie, dog?
Oh wait, what was the Flobie?
That was the vacuum.
Yeah, the Flobie.
Bro, we were in I think high school maybe. I hadn't heard the word Flobie in a minute, and a dude walked by. You know what I'm talking about, with like the bowl haircut, but it looks like just the bang part of the bowl is the only thing he's ever cut.
Yes.
Everything bushy. Just walking by quiet. We're just sitting on the steps. No one is saying a word. We're just taking in a rather warm spring day towards the end of high school, and my friend goes, "Motherfucker got a Flobie." And, bro, it destroyed it. People across the street were laughing. I was laughing. People in the school started laughing. It was one of the craziest drops. That poor kid definitely went home and was like, "Yo, I need a fade and I need a line cut in my hair. And can you put John 3:16 on the back?" Something.
Justin Freeberg said, "Why did I order 50 slap chops?"
Oh man. Well, you can clean it up with the 10 ShamWows you also ordered, buddy.
Okay. No, man. So yeah, let's start there because we didn't.
Wait, did you ever buy a Nacional on TV product?
Like called in?
Whatever. Did you ever order one?
I never ordered one, but they
you see them sometimes at bodegas and stuff.
You see them at on end caps at like certain stores.
Look at you, end cap. Someone worked at GameStop.
Okay, I know
the rest of us are calling them kiosks. This kid came up with the technical
term. Kiosk, it's an end cap.
Tech term. Bro, what is it called again? What is it called again?
It's an end cap. It is, and if for anybody who may not know what an end cap is, but when you go to any department store, any store, basically the item that is highlighted at the end, it's not just sitting on a shelf somewhere. It's at the end, usually in supermarkets.
Yeah,
people.
It's like where they put the Doritos, like it's usually rounded out.
Yes,
or it's its own mini shelf at the end of the 2
It's highlighted, so companies pay for this space because this is prime retail space to sell your product.
Justin Freeberg just blew up your whole end cap thing by saying there's also an as seen on TV store in a bunch of malls that just sell this random crap.
That is true. That's where I've seen them at stores. I don't think I've ever bought one from an as seen on TV store.
There's an as seen on TV store?
Yes.
Is it just like you and I can open up an as seen on TV store, or is it branded by as seen on TV?
I think it's probably a franchise that people can buy into and open their own as seen on TV. Like
the Cooligans as seen on TV store?
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Alexis and Christian's as seen on TV store.
It sounds like you're saying our ass has been seen on TV. Ass seen on TV.
You know what? This could have been a much better banner and thumbnail.
Okay. All right. I guess we have to start asseenontv.com.
What is the difference? As seen on TV.
As more of with a Z sound.
I skipped the final sound. As seen on TV.
Okay. Look, I mean,
Silhouettes Rock said, "There's no pro rel merch stores." There should be, bro. We should do a Champions League of merch stores, bro.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get working on this.
Bro,
segment.
sharper image. If they never closed, were you a kid? You ever sit in the vibration chairs? What do they call those? The relaxing?
Nah, bro.
The massage chairs?
Yeah, no. I haven't orgasmed the normal way.
Ew, dude, you stroking still? You got to get to a sharper image, bro.
Okay. We're trying to talk about Luis Suarez.
Also, shouts to the Lepetard family and the Meadowlark fans who are maybe still listening.
Apologies or you're welcome.
Apologies.
Apologies. B2678 said there's also an As Seen on TV section in Walgreens.
Hey,
there we go.
That's where I usually see them. Right near the cash register, so you get the impulse buy.
Right.
Be like, yo, I need a what are the thigh masters? I definitely need a thigh master.
Okay, yeah. I mean, look, there's so many exercise products that you could use, Alexis.
Wow. Well, welcome back to Fat Shaming with Christian Polanco.
I mean, look, I'm here to help. All right.
Yeah. More like to blelp, bro.
Okay. So yeah, this was the rumor going around that Luis Suarez is deciding what his next club will be.
Ben just going said, Meadowlark reviewing the contract as we speak. They're like, this can't be what we asked for.
Why are you holding it next to a lighter?
Yeah, this can't be what we asked for. So yeah, Luis Suarez. Have you heard about him?
I heard about this dude. Got a very famous red card at a World Cup, but chomping it up.
All right.
They call him Pac-Man.
All right, muerde.
Okay. My man is hungry for a new challenge.
He wants to take a bite out of the MLS, bro.
Okay. So, Luis Suarez. So the rumor was that he's going to go back to his boyhood club in Uruguay, right?
He's going to Nacional.
Which,
shouts to Peñarol, baby.
Okay.
Big rival.
Alexis here to start, start problems.
All right.
But so that was the rumor, and then I think this morning I saw a tweet from.
There's been a lot of activity as we speak.
Felipe Cardenas. He's saying that he's going to LAFC. That Luis Suarez is going to LAFC. That all signs are pointing there. Some people are saying that this is not true.
But then the Sun came out, and they said, we got no information, but we still going to talk about this.
Okay. All right. We're trying to get GamerSav to click on one of our articles.
Sources. We ain't need no sources, bro. I typed it. I put myself in the footnote.
The Borses say that
I got two Borses. And they saying it in both my ears at the same time. Yo, you need to kill that. No. So they said Luis Suarez is willing to go to LAFC, but not until after the World Cup, which if the Sun probably doesn't know how MLS season works, that's the next season. Our season already done, though.
Common mistake.
Yeah.
So Benja Skolnick said, Paul Tenorio's confirming no on LAFC. But we are trying, meaning LAFC, we are trying to move Brian Rodriguez down south to open a spot. Okay.
Brian Rodriguez going down south. You heard it here first, folks. Doing what DJ Khaled refuses to do.
Okay, can learn a thing or two. That's an interesting move, right? I guess Brian Rodriguez has been a little bit of what's the word? Just not a disappointment necessarily, but
I'm not a flop for sure, but clearly hasn't lived up to the hype.
Right.
Is that a fair way to put it?
Yeah, because I think they were expecting who's the guy who left to Turkey? Why am I forgetting the other DP?
Not Rossi.
Yeah.
Diego Rossi.
Diego Rossi got sold to Turkey, a hefty fee.
Right. It looks like things in LAFC are not that Rossi. Am I right, everyone?
Wow. I'm gonna have to get your own. So
I think it's better when I lean over.
Is it rude? It's a little rude to reach over.
I mean, you could put it in between us, but no, God forbid.
The USB cable's not that long.
Look at the amount of wire you have tucked in behind this thing. What is wrong with you?
It's not that much. I mean,
look at this.
It's gonna pull the cables off,
bro. For those of you who can't listen, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops.
Forgot that was in there.
Curled behind it, and he's like, I can't get it anywhere near you. I don't know why. He yanks it out of the wall. He's like, it's broken. You can't use it anymore.
Ben Skolnick said, I also got my info from Gunny. Remember Gunny? Gunny making a return.
The self-hating Gun who whispers transfer rumors.
That's right. That is look. He's been dormant for a while.
But he's still for gun control.
That's right.
He wants to be controlled. Justin Rubrick said Alexa's really pushing Christian's buttons.
So, but this idea of look, if it's even a possibility,
said it's not the size of Christian's cable; it's how you use it.
Okay. The idea that of Luis Suarez, maybe he doesn't end up at LAFC, but him going to MLS at all is what is this is it a good move? I mean, to me, we're at a point, especially with LAFC in particular. They already got Bale. They already got Chiellini. Getting Suarez, it starts to feel like unfair if that's where he ends up.
I mean, forget unfair, man. Everyone's talking about MLS is no longer a retirement, league. We've said it. LAFC is like, everybody hold up for 1 minute. Okay. Let's see if we can run this back real quick.
You know what? It's pretty warm in California.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit more comfortable for those up in age.
We're gonna be the Galacticos, bro.
So the idea of him ending up in MLS, like, at least look, him going back to Nacional would be like, it's a nice story, right?
Incredible, but also probably a terrible way to prepare for the World Cup.
Yeah, because he's gonna be a part of that. And
yeah, that's also just not. And no offense, I love the La Liga de Uruguay, La Primera. I love watching it. You've got 3 clubs that are actually going to give you problems, and the rest of the matches, you're like in cow pastures, dude.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we can comfortably say, that MLS is better than the Uruguayan league? I think we can comfortably say that.
Better in what way?
The quality, the resources,
all of it.
I mean, I think most MLS rosters are better than probably. Look, I'm not speaking as some expert in the Uruguayan league. I'm guessing. I'm making an educated guess, but just the same reason why a lot of players are Argentinian players are starting to come to MLS in droves, because they see it as a better opportunity, not solely for the quality of play, but that they will get their paychecks,
Uruguay, you do get paid, though.
Yeah.
That's not a problem in Uruguay.
Things like that.
We're not Argentina. Come on, relax, everyone.
So it feels like as far as, like you said, preparing for a World Cup, it seems like going to MLS would be better. If those were your 2 options, go to MLS over going to Uruguay.
So I think Uruguay has their top level of developed talent is better than our top level of developed talent.
Okay.
So they develop. The top tier of the players that they develop have been historically better than the top tier of talent that we develop. Historically.
But now?
And there are more technical players in that league.
Sure.
Than ours. Other than that, MLS is overwhelmingly a better league. A better league to prepare yourself for a World Cup in, especially when you're a part of a team like Nacional, which is just like, I don't know if they're first or second in the league. Like, they're doing great. They're not, historically one of the bigger clubs, like going to Barca or Real Madrid. You're like LAFC, like they've never won before. They've never won the MLS Cup. It would be like a big deal. Nacional's like, yeah, put it in the trophy building. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's not that. It's great that he started his history there. He started his career there, and his boyhood club, and it would be great to see him end his career there. But it does feel like he would be better off in MLS, at least for the next year or 2.
A couple of things in the chat. Silhouettes Rock, I just wanted to make sure I read this, said, Los Geriatricos.
Very good.
Which is a great one.
Also, Gamer Sav, proving he's a Rebel fan, says, no, MLS sucks.
Sure. I mean, everybody is entitled to their opinion. SKC Fan TV said Brazilian and Argentinian leagues are the top leagues.
They're
in
the
South
top
America.
2 for sure.
I can understand that.
Uruguay's still great. It's still a great league, and don't forget that Argentinians are leaving in droves to go to Uruguay because things are better there right now. So it's a better league. It's probably a better place to play. But Brazil, the Brasileiro, is much, much better. I'm probably better than MLS. But if you were to rate it, I would, and so obviously so is the Argentinian league. If you would rate it, I would say it would be probably Brasileiro, Argentinian league, MLS, then Uruguay. If you were rating those four.
Okay. So the interesting thing for a player like Luis Suarez, I think playing either in MLS or in South America, where the latter months are warmer because it's obviously
their winter is our summer.
Correct. So it would be a good preparation for the World Cup, which will be
to play
Qatar.
in South America.
To play in South America or to play in MLS. But to play in MLS for a team that is in the playoffs and will probably get far along into the playoffs.
Right.
Otherwise, if you're out in the playoffs, you have like 2 months or something, or a month and a half.
It is ridiculous. Let's say LAFC wins MLS Cup.
Yeah.
They will have gone into MLS Cup where it's like 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
Depending on where
it is
held. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
But it'll be colder.
You would think it would
switch to Qatar.
It wouldn't be that cold if it was in LA because they are leading the supporter shield. So
we're in Nacional right now. It's cold, but it's starting to get warm. It will be warm by the time we get to World Cup.
Correct. So
much to think about when you have old bones, Luis Suarez.
Okay.
I do love GamerSev. Thank you so much for being in the chat. He put, what did he put? I mean, Sounders won this year, but that doesn't mean anything if MLS teams can't win CCL. You started the sentence by saying Sounders won.
SKC Fantasy said, I think it's good for Suarez to come to MLS. Gamers have said, come to Ecuador. Suarez.
Yeah. Suarez joins Emelec. He went from Barcelona to Barcelona SC.
So the one thing I want to talk about.
Hit the like button if you haven't already. Come on.
Please.
And if you're just listening to this, give us 5-star reviews.
Boom. It the subscribe button on YouTube if you haven't as well.
Get some money out of your mother's purse and send it to us, dude.
Okay. What are you scared?
I know, she's asleep right now, bro.
She's not going to notice.
She ain't going to know.
Okay.
She don't need that for food or rent.
Okay. So so this is what I want to talk about. As far as if he doesn't go to LAFC, what teams? I'm sure a lot of teams could obviously use a player like Luis Suarez.
But NYCFC, without a shadow of a doubt, they need a striker. One of them just went to Girona.
The best striker that was in MLS.
Best striker in the league last year. Really important for the team. Just scored against GamerSevs. Most hated team, the New York Red Bulls.
So that's an interesting one because obviously there are not many places that he could go play, but NYCFC feels like a legit
it's a win-win.
It's a good choice, and I think it would be a good fit for the club as well.
You know what? It's probably most likely that he would end up at a place like Miami.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just struggling because Miami. But if you and I were Don Garber, right? Just sitting in the office with our feet up on the desk.
Yes,
picking up phone calls and saying shit like, "Yo, what about this allocation money? Because I can make this change right now." Okay. Smoking a cigar in a building where you're not allowed to smoke. You know,
this is it. I mean,
wearing a fedora.
We've met this man so many times. This is exactly how he is.
Okay. Just pants off, but not in a sexual way because he doesn't want to wrinkle them when he sits.
That's right. He's wearing those old-timey boxers from the 50s.
The garter belt, holding up his socks.
This is who this man is.
I'm only spitting perfect, 100% unequivocal facts. I can confirm all of this. Right?
Okay.
So you and I are now one Don Garber in the office, pants off, garter belt showing, smoking a cigar, fedora on. You got the fedora on, right?
I also have a fedora.
We're both Don Garber, but only you have a fedora. Makes zero sense. It's perfect. I like this so fun. And then we can sit here and we have that wooden marble and wood risk set in front of us that like the old timey war generals had.
All right,
you know what I'm talking about?
Of course.
But it's just MLS clubs, and we're deciding who goes what, and what team goes where. We're ripping out a club from Columbus and sending it to Austin. You know.
That's right. We pick up Julian Gressel and move him to Vancouver,
and we slap him wherever, and then wherever he lands is where he goes. So you and I are now making a decision, right? and you find out Luis Suarez can come to MLS, where are you placing him? As our assistant brings in the head of a pig for us to eat.
Where am I placing him? I mean, look, I'm placing him in an area that will lead to the most, interest in the league in that region, or in the team in that region. So,
all right, but give me an option of where that is. I'll give you what mine is immediately popped in my head.
I mean, look, it's either.
Give me one. Give me one where you think like it'll cause a good amount of interest.
So the one that really I think stood out to me of like not New York or LA is Seattle. Nico Lodero is there.
His friend's there.
That's his homie. That would be wild. That and not a typical Sounders move.
Not at all.
But would it work? 100%.
Schmetz wants it.
He's not saying no to that.
No, I got one better for you. DC United.
DC United. Who is going to be getting the ball to Luis Suarez? That you're.
It's a good question, but the reason why I say it is he's Rooney.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You got Rooney already there. You got a team that needs the help.
Right.
It's a coastal city, not one with a beach or anything, but it's not the one you think about when you think of a coastal city.
Right. It's close enough.
It's got the largest It's got the largest rating for watching soccer. So there's a lot of interest there. The team could use it. They got a brand new stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're finishing it up. I think DC United would be great. Who's passing him the ball? It seems like he's going to have to figure it out himself. But also, who passes him the ball on the Uruguay national team? He's great preparation. They play Ranieri style.
They have a couple decent guys.
Wait a minute. Was it the coach of DC United fired and became the coach of Uruguay?
Miami. Inter Miami. Diego Alonso. Crimson Pizza said Wayne Rooney unretires to get back in the midfield for Luisito.
I could see that for sure.
Happening, right? So look, I don't know where he.
Imagine he goes to Vancouver because he says I've always wanted to play with Julian Gressel.
He's like, I hate how they did my dog.
Yo,
I gotta go help him.
I gotta go play with Z wingback.
Okay. So the Justin Freeber said, if you want a month break before the World Cup, DC is a great spot. Okay, nice over.
Hold on, you deserve that.
Ease in to the World Cup.
Take it easy. Get a nice relaxation. Have you had a pupusa?
So look, but the one that seems like honestly would be like a perfect move for like a 1-year thing is NYCFC.
It's honestly, it fits. It's cold. It's hot right now, but it won't get too cold by come November. Mm-hmm. So it's not like gonna be too much for him to adjust. The city is we're champions, right? Mm-hmm. The city wants something like this. We have a big Uruguayan population in Queens.
Do we?
Yeah.
I don't.
The largest, I think, is in Tampa.
I don't come across many Uruguayans.
I feel like you're the only history of Uruguay. I think they're not coming across you. No offense.
You're the only one I really know.
They don't really Latin as much as some of the other countries.
Some people may not know. Alexis is half Uruguayan.
Right, but that's the father that I didn't know.
So he doesn't. You don't get to claim much of Uruguay.
Oh, by the way, you want to hear something crazy? Just to remind everyone of why my father and I don't have much of a relationship. My grandmother passed away, unfortunately. About 2 weeks
Condolences,
ago. Thank you very much. Abuela Chichi, if you want to know how dope is that when she got a nickname, bro. Abuela Chichi. She wore a mink all the time. It didn't matter the weather. Wow. She wore a mink all the time. She wore big sunglasses. She had swag.
If your grandmother doesn't have a nickname, are you really an abuela?
I know you ain't abuela, bro. We adopted you, bro.
We adopted a grandma.
Yo. This old lady just showed up.
Like my grandmother from my mother's side is just Nana, but literally everyone calls her Nana.
That's like everyone called my grandmother that I grew up with Mommy.
Okay.
Or Mama. Mama, ven acá. But people across the street, Mama. People
related.
at the bodega, Mama. People at the supermarket, Mama.
Right. All right?
But what I was saying is she passed away. She left the house to me and my sister. How incredible is that?
Oh, wow.
So technically my sister and I up until you hear the rest of the story, owned a house in Uruguay for about 4 or 5 days before my quote-unquote father showed up and took it.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, man. Filed legal paperwork to take it.
I mean, he shows up when he needs to.
Damn. All he knows how to do is come.
Just be there for my kids in any real way.
I mean, if there's anything I could do for you, like take something else away from you that would help you build a fortune,
Okay. Well, it is what it is.
Oh, look at this. Crimson Pizza said on my mom's side, we had a Doña Chucha.
There we go.
Wow, that is, as abuela in abuela name, that woman ruled with an iron fist.
That is Super Saiyan abuela, bro.
100%, bro. Are you kidding me?
Doña Chucha.
Bro, hair glowing in front of a calderón. A caldero, I mean.
Oh, wow.
Bro, she could tell when the beans were done by a sixth sense.
Okay. So what were we saying? We'll see where Suarez ends up. He may end up going to Nacional, but it's definitely an interesting thing. From what I heard, he's making his decision tomorrow, and so we'll know exactly where he's going to go. If he ends up in MLS, that'll be wild.
Hopefully he does, because I think it would be good for the league, because he's not one of those retired players that ain't got it no more. He still has a lot of goals left. It doesn't feel like Chiellini. Everyone's like, well, I don't know how he's gonna do. But Luis Suarez, everyone's like, no, this dude got a year left. At least. Okay. By the way, shouts to Hollow 401 who said, when a football fan asks Alexis what country he supports, he breaks out the mate and his fedora to say, Uruguay, no ma, boludo. No, I don't. But mate, I mess with. I like mate. I gotta learn how to drink mate, bro.
Drink, you just put it in your mouth and you gotta drink. Yeah, just see what you're doing right there. Just put in the drink.
Clip that, everyone. No. You gotta make it. You gotta shake it.
Well,
Remember,
that's not what you said. You gotta learn how to drink mate, not make mate.
You gotta make it before you can drink it, dog.
That is true. It's a whole different process.
All right.
It's a different. It's.
Also, there's ways to drink it. You gotta learn where to put the straw. You can't suck too hard because then you get all the grain. Yeah, that's why you shouldn't do that at the beach. Anyway,
okay. So we were talking about LAFC. They are currently leading in the Supporters Shield standings. They did win their game against Sporting Kansas City 2-0. Chicho Arango scores a wild goal, just absolute banger, but then Gareth Bale scores.
Terrible haircut on that guy.
It's not. I mean, it's
a little bit.
What's his haircut look exactly like?
It's like early 2000s South American player.
He's still.
You know what I'm talking about?
I gotta look at it. Hold on.
Like, remember like Sebastian Velasquez, that dude's hair?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like that barber. He goes to that type of barber.
Okay. So yeah, it's sort of like I always remember this when I went to Ireland, and this happens in Europe. But maybe it might be more specific to Ireland, but where the hairstyles were like 6 or 7 years too late.
Everything out there is
just a little bit behind.
Internet's changed a lot of this.
Yeah,
because now there's dudes like doing real fades. I remember I went to Ireland and I needed a fade. I was doing one of the big shows. I was doing Whelan's. I'm like, yo, I want to have a fresh fade.
Right.
And my wife is like, yo, you'll let anybody cut your hair, bro. You go everywhere. But I'm like, I got to do it. I found this guy who looks like True Geordie.
Okay.
In a tattoo shop that also sold fitteds. So I went in. I was like, yo, maybe I'll just get a Yankee fitted since I didn't have time to get a fade. At least I'll have a hat. And whatchamacallit, I was telling the guy, he's like, yo, where you from? Like New York. And you know, everything in Ireland is like mafioso themed, like New York City barbershop.
Right,
and it's
right,
like bullet holes and you know what I'm talking about? So I said, yo, I'm from New York. I was like, I don't know where to get a fade, so I'm going to just blah, blah. And he goes, I'll do it. And I'm like, thank you, sir. But no. I mean, like, professionally. He's like, no, I do fades. And I was like, you're a tattoo artist who sells fitted hats. You don't do fades. And he showed me, like, his Instagram. He does fades.
Okay.
And he goes, look at mine. And he had a space in his head missing. He had, like, a divot. Not like a small one.
In his skull?
In his skull.
Oh, okay.
And by the way, he faded around it. It's very impressive. He does it himself. He sets up the mirrors, and I was like, no, if you could go around a divot, you could do my hair. So I tell him, go ahead. All right, fade me up. So he fades me up. It was a great fade. But then I go, what happened to your head, bro? How'd you get that divot? Is you born with it? And he's like, no, someone hit me with a hammer. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, yo, when you were a kid? He was like, dude, like 2 years ago.
Bro, they didn't like the haircut I gave him.
Damn, bro.
Hit me.
Was it someone who didn't tip a lot after the haircut? Please let me know now.
My man hit me with a cricket bat.
My guy said, no, he hit me with a hammer. As if that I was like, oh, I remember when I was hitting the head with a hammer.
Bro, injuries like that, they're different.
Y'all got free health care, bro. If I got hit with a hammer, I'd still be telling you this story.
Okay, so
you can't find his hair, but look, even SKC Fan TV said goofy hair.
Okay,
Dude got goofy ass hair, bro.
We're looking at it here.
That's not it now.
Is that? I mean, this is.
You can't see it.
It's hard to see. It's not. I wouldn't say goofy's not the word I would
dude got
use.
goofy ass hair, bro. Like it looks good on you. No disrespect if you watching, but it's a little goofy. Like you ain't gonna see me do it. You look like you play the trumpet in a salsa band. You know what I mean?
This one maybe.
It's a little goofy.
This may be a better look over here. Okay, I don't know. I don't got too many complaints.
I want to talk about what's in the chat, but let's finish what you're saying. I like what Say Tali put.
Do we think LAFC ends up the Supporter Shield winners? Because it's LAFC, Philadelphia Union, NYCFC.
Here's the biggest issue for LAFC right now is year one coach. That's it. I think Steve Cherundolo has proven. I think he's proven the naysayers, even within his own fan base at the beginning of the season, wrong. I think he's an incredible coach. We saw that when we were in Germany.
Yeah,
and we even asked him. I said, "Yeah, but what kind of?" He said he wanted to be a coach. And I'm like, "Dude, it's never gonna happen, bro." I was like, "Hang it up, bro."
Hey, buddy. I know you are a legend that has given everything to the U.S. men's national team and the city of Hanover.
I was like, "Would you get hit in the head with a hammer, bro?" I mean, it's not gonna happen.
I gotta introduce you to a guy. Gives great haircuts. Has the same traumatic brain injury that you do.
Yeah, he's a big dreamer, this guy. But I was like, dude, you're a defender. What kind of terrible coach? I straight up, because he was cool. Like, we were cool.
Yeah.
So I talked to him the way.
We're joking around a lot.
Yeah. But I was talking to him the same way I would a homie. I'm like, yeah, but you're a defender. What kind of, boring park the bus type of, and he was like, no, actually, I'd want to be really progressive and fun. Like, where'd you learn that?
Yeah.
You don't even know how to do that.
What?
And then he shows up to LAFC, and that's exactly what he's done.
What positions on the pitch do you think make the best coaches? And
midfielder makes the most sense.
Yeah, I'll open this.
Goalkeeper.
Goalkeepers.
You see everything as a goalkeeper, so you're essentially a coach that has to stop the ball.
We should put a poll maybe in the chat or something.
Ooh.
What position? Whether
I would
it's
love if you
a
could just
forward,
put the picture of a poll.
a forward, a midfielder, a defender. Will goalkeeper be the same as defender, or should that be its own class? Because then it opens up a lot.
No. Those are on-field players.
Okay. Because we know So let's take the top coaches in the world right now. Pep Guardiola, obviously midfielder, legendary midfielder. Jurgen Klopp was a center back. No, what did Jurgen Klopp
maybe
play?
It's in the chat. Let's see what they say. For those of you
who
listening,
else?
We'll update you as to what the review, what the final score is.
Big time coaches. Obviously Xavi right now in Barcelona. Midfielder. But he plays for a great. The team is already great. Like I don't know how much. I'm sure Xavi's input is significant, but it is already Barcelona. And
I would say forwards are the worst because they're so selfish. It's hard for them to relate that out.
Interesting.
Think of a great forward that's become a great coach. Probably the name you're going to hear most would maybe be Jurgen Klinsmann. I think he's a terrible coach, but at least he scored a bunch.
Right. Damn, this is a tough one. So midfielder is it's already winning the poll.
Midfielder's up,
and forwards have 0 votes.
Ain't nobody.
People do not trust these people up front.
No, I can't even think of a forward that I would want as a coach.
That's interesting.
In history. Thierry Henry?
But was he a good coach? I mean, he hasn't really had great...
He was a coach.
But was he a good coach? I mean, because he left Montreal...
What are the best coaches we can think of right now? You'd have to say that are active right now. Mikel Arteta is probably the first name that came to your mind, right?
What, man? Did you see everyone? Did you see what he just did? He read my mind,
bro. I must be Chris Angel, bro. Pep Guardiola, you've mentioned. Klopp, you've mentioned. Jose Mourinho.
Mourinho was
defender.
What did Mourinho play?
I can't remember what Mourinho was.
I can't remember what he played either.
Zidane, midfielder.
Carlo Ancelotti is up there. What did he play?
I don't remember.
I don't know what he played.
This is all way too much, way before my time.
Yeah.
Even guys like Sam Allardyce were, I believe, fullbacks.
Okay.
Yeah, the further back you sit,
you
the
see
better.
more of the game.
You see more.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you're really tall, too, because then you see it from that video game perspective. Peter Crouch is probably an incredible coach. Mourinho was a goalkeeper. I think, what?
Mourinho was not a goalkeeper. Was Mourinho
No.
a goalkeeper? Bro.
Yo, Jose Mourinho was a goalkeeper?
He doesn't even have, like, goalkeeper energy.
Not at all. Midfielder. Dude, don't you do that. Don't you do that.
SKC Fan TV said, Carlo used to fight with Maradona. Oh, I would love to see that.
Did he really?
So look, with a player, a coach like Steve Cherundolo, if you haven't seen our interview with him.
Midfielder.
If you haven't
Ancelotti.
If you haven't seen our interview with him, go check it out. Just Google Cooligans Steve Cherundolo. You'll find it on YouTube or the podcast. But just the fact that, look, he came from his first opportunity really was at Las Vegas Lights, and when they got rid of Bob Bradley to bring him in, it wasn't, the fan base wasn't that excited about it. They didn't think it would work out well, and he's got them.
But we knew, give this guy a chance, because I think he played a very progressive style in Las Vegas.
I think there's you have to give credit to, obviously, look, the season that Chicho Arango is having is
incredible.
It's on par with we're talking about Tati Castellanos. Tati, not a designated player. Mm-hmm. They brought him in. I'm sure they had reasonable expectations for play. He wasn't even a forward when he got to NYCFC.
No.
But the season Chicho Arango is having this is why, I saw Taylor Twellman tweet it out as well about, it would be nuts to get rid of this guy because he is just unbelievable. I don't know how long his contract is for, but why would you replace someone who is on such a hot streak? It would seem like a mistake. Even if you bring in, let's say, Luis Suarez for Chicho Arango, there's still that risk of why would you mess up? Literally, you're in first place. You can't do any better than you're already doing.
Right.
They're winning games that they especially in MLS in the summer, you should lose a couple games. Mm-hmm. You should. It's hot. You're tired.
No one's going undefeated in MLS ever. There's no invincibles.
LAFC hard, and that's where I want to give credit to Steve Cherundolo. The way he's managing this team and getting so much productivity from not the superstar players,
right,
is really, really what's impressive. Cifuentes.
Incredible.
Unbelievable. Having an unbelievable season.
So this opens up a much larger conversation of and this is, I think, where NYCFC fans are at right now, or where the fan base is split. If you have player like Chicho Arango or Tati Castellanos, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say Chicho leaves, Tati is leaving, right? Who do you replace him with? Half the fans are saying, you got a big name like Luis Suarez, you know what I mean? He's going to sell tickets, and you already know, blah, blah, blah. And then the other half are probably where my head's at, which is find someone else like this. They may not be the name that gets you on, Sports Center, and they may not be the name that gets you in the paper. They probably don't hit the top of the the trending list on Twitter.
They don't put any soccer on Sports Center, bro.
You get what I'm saying. But they're a player that you can develop that's going to play well and you can sell for a lot, which is where our league is right now.
Right. Dude, I don't know, man. It's a good problem to have, right? Especially for a team like LAFC.
Yeah, still a problem, but yeah, it's a good problem to have.
So, okay. So a couple other things I wanted to make sure
But here was the question that I wanted to read from Sate Tale. Let me just find it now. He said, do the results like EPL versus MLS exhibition matches where the Prem teams getting beat, #Everton, in their preseason show how unbalanced the CCL can be for MLS teams in their preseason? Which is, I think, and just shouts to Sate Tale for looking at it from that angle where I think most people are like, whoa, are MLS better than,
Right.
But to say, like, doesn't this show how difficult it is to win in your preseason? And, yeah, I mean, I think without a doubt, it goes to show the disadvantage that MLS teams are at in having to win without any prep,
Yeah, but I think the main problem is that no one, especially in England, is going to see that nuance or understand that they're.
I think about it from our perspective, MLS's perspective, more than from England. I completely agree with you.
Right. Okay.
The argument isn't, wow, Minnesota United are pretty good. The argument is like, Everton already relegated.
Right.
How couldn't she do this to us?
That's usually what we end up hearing. I mean, as I guess with that particular question, it's a point of a part of a bigger problem of like, should we be on the FIFA calendar and blah blah blah, and like, should we?
Mexico's not on the FIFA calendar either, though.
Mexico, well, they do the apertura and clausura, so it is a little bit different, but they're more in line.
They're more in line than we are. So
could
an MLS fan base handle apertura clausura?
It depends on what city you're in.
No. Could we handle that being the schedule?
I think so.
Not weather-wise. I think do you think the fans could, and when I mean the fans, I don't mean the diehards that are like watching us right now or listening to us. I mean the casual fan that has to take that next leap into being a fan of MLS, that it may not be a soccer fan, quote unquote. Would they, or maybe they're just like a Euro snob. You know what I mean? Do you think having a split season like they do in Latin America, do you think that would be too much of a hurdle for a casual fan to leap over?
That's a good question. I don't know.
That's why I asked it.
It's a
great question.
I don't know. I'll say this because we're still kind of in our infancy as far as the casual soccer fan. That adding that level of complication to it, like there's 2 champions per season and then they play each other at the end, I think it makes it a little bit more complicated and more that you have to explain to the casual soccer fan, which I would think that they would. I don't know if they'll necessarily lose interest, but
it may be too much.
It might be too much.
Then again, we have to explain DP and TAM.
I mean, we don't bother explaining it that much.
No.
I mean,
we're just like, don't worry about it. It's 3 great players each team. Move on.
Okay, look, there's money under a mattress. The guy showed up. Yeah. We didn't ask questions.
Look, the guy's wearing garter belts. He makes the rules. Garber belts. Why didn't we think of that?
That's a good business.
Garber belts, bro. You need to hold up your socks while you're pantless in your office smoking a cigar?
Oh, my goodness. Okay, a couple other things. And as always, if there's anything in the chat, if there's anything you would like us to talk about, please make sure to put it in the chat.
The one thing, look, J.K. Tritt said, keep it single season. A split season is a pain in the ass. The one part I disagree with is the pain in the ass. The one way I would agree that it is a bit of a pain in the ass is the fact that they call whoever wins both of them champions. This is why your club has 75 stars above its crest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it can get a little ridiculous.
You got 3 champions per season in one competition. That's crazy.
Okay, I wanted to make sure we highlighted this because this happened in the game between Seattle and Colorado. This is a blown call, and that the pro referees have admitted to making a mistake.
We're not playing this.
We can.
No, we're not.
Alexis, I really don't understand.
I don't want to get this. I don't want to get another ding.
We don't get dinged, bro.
Bro, we get dinged, bro.
But so if anyone didn't see it, this was the Seattle Sounders against Colorado Rapids. There was a foul. Who committed the foul? I don't know, but the goal ended up.
It was
Lalas Abubakar.
Yeah, the placement of the free kick started in the wrong spot.
Correct. And they literally, probably about 15 yards from where the foul happened, and it directly led to a goal.
Yeah, Jordan Morris
scores a goal.
So it should have been retaken, which is a lot for pro referees to come out and go, you know what? All right, my bad. That's huge.
That is pretty huge.
That's great.
I mean, it happens from time to time. I think it's happened once or twice this season.
I'm not saying
already.
it's the first time, but
yeah.
I think this is I think we need to get one step further. I think we need to be like the Australian League where you can hear the officials when they're doing the VAR thing and stuff. You can actually hear what they're saying.
Right.
I think we should get to that point, but this is a step in that right direction.
So, look, it doesn't make anyone feel better, especially for Colorado Rapids fans. The goalkeeper.
That's like if somebody stabs you because they think you were the guy who like hurt them or something, punched them, and then afterwards they're like, "Hey, guess what? I just realized you just look like that guy."
Yeah,
yo, that's my bad.
Common mistake.
Yeah. Anyway, I can't de-stab you, so looks like you're just gonna have to hold that.
Why are you going to unstab?
I mean,
Not even a thing.
should I put the knife in and pull it out real quick, see if it seals up? No, you don't want to try it.
But this is a look. I don't know if we're at a point where, like I don't know how frustrated to get with referees. What tends to happen, and when you grow a league to the point where you get 30 teams or more, or I don't know how many teams MLS is going to end up with.
Right.
The one thing, and I was going to mention this before about one of the things people worry about expansion is the talent pool getting diluted and teams being weaker overall. But MLS, I feel like, has handled that pretty well with foreign signings and changing the rules a little bit.
Yeah, when they adjusted the TAM to give you better mid-level players, it sort of got rid of that because it was very top-heavy.
Right, and most teams have obviously some teams are going to be worse than others, but for the most part, even when you watch the worst team, like a Sporting Kansas City, for example, just
off the top of your head, just flowing, bro. We freestyling out here. It could have been any team. It was definitely going to be SKC though.
But overall, the talent, they have some injuries and stuff like that, but the talent pool there is decent.
Right, you put that player in a different team, one that's not SKC, and you'll see that they'll shine.
Yes, yeah. As long as they're not wearing an SKC shirt.
Yeah. That's probably the problem. If they wore an SKC shirt under their new kit at the different club, they'd probably also be bad.
So we know what the problem is. But this is where I see the dilution of the talent, and it's in the refereeing. There's not Premier League has 20.
I would disagree with you. I don't think it's dilution of talent. I don't think they've grown in talent the same way MLS has. The problems we're having with refereeing today, they were the same problems that we were having in 2015 when you and I started the show.
Okay.
They've not leveled up. Their talent hasn't grown.
I disagree.
How about this? Referee academies, bro.
They kind of already exist.
Do they?
Yeah.
They got you 15 referees, bro?
So this is if you don't follow, there's a guy on TikTok.
You love this guy.
It goes by his name is David Gerson. Mm-hmm. He goes
great
by,
dude, big personality.
He goes by at Refs Need Love 2 on TikTok, and he basically he's a referee. He's refed in at a lot of different levels. Not like at MLS just yet, but maybe he'll
soon
get there one day. But he really gives a lot of insight into just the day-to-day refereeing stuff. His son is a referee as well, and you sort of just get to understand like what it means and kind of the stuff that he deals with. A lot of negativity he has to deal with, like parents like threatening him and all this other stuff.
Yeah, have you seen some of the videos of the refs beating up on parents
now?
Yeah, dude. Refs are swole now, bro. They saw what you were doing years ago. They did some push-ups.
Not anymore. But this is one example. I mean, this is such an egregious mistake.
Yep.
And you can't call it back, right? Because it's not a VAR. VAR can't look at this.
No, Thomas 19064 said referee FIFA simulator. Bro, why can't you play FIFA as the ref?
Bro, FIFA 23.
EA football. What's it called now?
Next year. That'll be next year. EAFC.
EAFC. Bro.
Refereeing. Bro, imagine you do like pro
with the Oculus, bro.
Maybe you do pro clubs, and then one of the homies is a referee. Give him a little bit of money.
Right, just slip him a little bit.
Okay.
Hit him with a Bitcoin.
Okay. Just look out for me in
this game.
All right?
Hit him with a Blitcoin. It don't. It's not as much as a Bitcoin.
But this particular play with between Seattle and Colorado, I mean, the ball is so far away from the goal. From where the foul occurred. I think it was Christian Roldan or maybe Alex Roldan who took the free kick after the foul, and for it to even get to a point like as soon as the play as soon as the whistle is blown and the play goes on, the referee, you can tell, knew he made a mistake. And he's probably just like, please don't, please don't let this be
Maybe
a goal.
nobody's watching, you know?
Maybe nobody noticed.
Right?
Okay?
I mean, I'm just going to walk back in there like nothing happened.
And look, and then the goalkeeper, William Yarbrough, comes out, and the first thing every Colorado player is doing is screaming at the referee, and it's 100% justified. And it sucks that it happened, and this was Seattle ended up winning this game and costing Colorado at least a point. But it's a frustrating thing to see when you see a mistake like this. You could,
and people talk negatively about referees and small mistakes, or refereeing and small mistakes, but this is one that immediately leads to a goal.
Yeah,
that's the most frustrating part.
It's really, really bad, and because
now the referee's lack of doing what his job is affecting the results of the game.
Yeah.
By the way, SKC Fan TV said, look up Anderson Duranko.
Anderson Duranko. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Duranko.
Oh, D-A Duranko.
Bro. Whoa. Pull this up on the screen. Yo, this guy.
Wow. Yeah, we've seen this dude.
Not natty.
Damn.
Bro.
Go
to that photo right there.
This is
my guy is next level jacked, bro.
Do you know Joey Swole?
Yeah, bro. Yo, is Anderson Duranko from Seaside Heights, New Jersey?
Wow, this is Anderson the Situation Duranko.
Bro, this guy drives a G-Wagon he got from a police auction.
Wow.
Wow. Blue Lives Matter sticker. Anderson Duranko.
Oh, my God. He's, obviously, this is in South America. I don't know what.
He's Brazilian.
Brazilian. Wow.
Bro.
Good for him.
Just taking any injection he can get.
Nobody's. Do they test the breath for steroids?
No, man. He gives you a red. Yo, you're right, boss.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I didn't.
Damn, I didn't know you were that close.
Honestly, I just didn't mean to step to you like that.
Yeah, no. Look, if I knew this would have hurt you, I would have never done it.
I'm gonna go to the locker room and think about what I did.
Bro, you know what? I might take 2 games off, bro. I mean, now that you said that. When are you working next? Because I think I might be sick that day.
Good for him, Anderson.
Bro.
Thank you for the shot.
More like the Bronco, man. All I hear is when I see this. Your arms is crazy, bro.
Bro.
Yo, SKC Fan TV, how you got this dude in your brain, bro?
Why is he your wallpaper, dog?
No, damn. Why is that your phone lock screen, bro?
Okay. All right. What else do we got?
B26768 said, dude may have just got out of prison. Yo, my dude was in the yard bench pressing, bro.
Okay. Oh, yeah. The other thing I wanted to talk about was we were talking about Bernadeschi and Insigne. They finally got their first minutes. Bernadeschi, I believe, started. Insigne came and
scored
into the game. Bernadeschi scored about a great goal. Insigne got the assist. If you didn't see that goal that Michael Bradley scored, looking like he's 19 years old again.
07, 08, Michael Bradley.
Michael Bradley's hair grew back in that goal, dog.
Bro, he ran his hands through his hair.
That was just a beautiful play.
Yo, Chievo Verona jersey.
It was a great flick from Insigne, but Bradley, not only did he, when he received the ball, he went between 2 defenders, but he faked the shot. He did the move. This happens in FIFA when you hit the shoot then pass.
Yeah.
And you
chop away from the ball and then cut back.
But he did a hip thing where it made it look like he was about to shoot, and they completely fooled the Charlotte
Shakiro's wrong. Yo, hips do lie, bro.
and then he chips the goalkeeper as well. I'm like, yo, is this the number 9 for Toronto FC?
Damn.
was it unbelievable? I just
This is what Michael Bradley been missing is better players around him, yo. Josie was holding him down,
Michael
bro.
Bradley, you're supposed to be behind the center circle, pinging
Yeah.
balls. What are you doing up here?
Regista, get out my zone, dude.
No, but incredible. Toronto wins the game 4-0, and we were talking last week. We were like, I asked the question, how long does Bob Bradley have if Toronto don't turn things around? Because Toronto looks like they're gonna miss the playoffs if they don't get a bunch of wins real soon. And look at how their first game goes. I mean, did the Italian signings start with Giovinco? Was that the beginning of that win Toronto?
He's probably not the first player to come from the Italian league, but he's the first player, quote unquote, in their prime.
Because this has to be the move going forward.
But Toronto also has a massive Italian population.
That's why I'm saying Toronto should be the Chivas of
Italian
MLS
national team rejects.
Bro, not even rejects, but just be an all-Italian team. Lean into it.
Bro, solo mio, Toronto FC.
Let's go.
Why not?
Because it seems to be working quite well.
Toronto's having for all my homies in Toronto, man's having a Mazda. They're not doing well, bro.
No, they're not. Yeah.
22?
They're on what?
22 points?
22 points. I mean,
look, they're 6 away from a playoff spot.
Right.
And currently 5, 6, and 7 are Orlando, Columbus, and Cincinnati, which anything can happen.
Right.
Look, Cincinnati could go back to being Cincinnati. But also, Charlotte, Chicago on the come up. Chicago getting as far away from that wooden spoon as possible.
So it looks like if
Atlanta's struggling, bro. You forget.
I don't know how much, I don't know how many times we're going to see this Michael Bradley, but this, I think, look, like I asked last week, how many games do you give Bob Bradley with a full roster?
You got to have the whole season because they keep adding players, so you got to give him a chance.
Okay.
And also, you wouldn't add those players and keep him in that position if you didn't have confidence that player plus that coach would be able to make that adjustment.
Right. And it looks like, as far as, all signs are pointing to that, players like Bernardeschi and Insigne are incredibly happy to be there. I had posted...
There's also another one. We keep forgetting this dude's name. Who's the other Italian on the team?
Oh, I don't know.
What's his name?
I mean, I'm highlighting the ones that just got there.
But he also did just come, but not in this window. He came earlier in the season, but I keep forgetting his name. Okay. But go ahead, I'll find it.
So I forgot what the point I was going to make. I said, how much time is Bob Bradley, does he have? And lost it. I don't know. Oh, it seems like, that they are happy to be there. And I had pointed out Domenico
Criscito.
Is he from Italy?
Yeah, he came from the Italian league.
Oh, okay.
Came from Zenit St. Petersburg.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I had posted the clip last week of us talking about Bernardeschi arriving in MLS, and I had
it was well received. No one was disrespectful. Is that what you're about to tell me?
No, they basically interpreted it as like, he's basically not a good player, and he was basically a joke in Italy, and that he shouldn't necessarily be praised as a sign as like a good players are coming to MLS. And it's like there is no real like people always try to like poo-poo anything that could make the MLS look good, especially from the league that they came from. The fans of that league will be like, oh, he went there. It's because he is
by virtue of going to MLS.
Right.
We never wanted him anyway.
And then he scores his great goal. It looks like he's fit in perfectly.
Same thing with Giovinco. Giovinco wasn't getting minutes at Juventus at the rate that he was earlier in his career.
Yeah.
So he decides to go to MLS, which is typical. No one's like, winning Golden Boot in Serie A and going, I think I'm going to go to MLS next season. You know what I mean? Usually it comes from someone who's like, yo, I'm better than how I'm being perceived here.
Yeah.
I need to move on. And by virtue of them playing well here, people are like, well, he was a backup here, so MLS must not be good. It's never enough. There's never like you're not allowed to have a retribution story.
Right. And I think we can get to a point where, like, I think what little by little what's starting to happen, and you see it more across social media, is the there's people caring less about the opinions of the European fans.
Yeah.
And it's getting to a point where the longer they complain or make these like negative comments, the more ridiculous it's going to start sounding. Because
I think we're already there. In fact, one of the things that I think I really took away from the whole Baltimore and Orlando trip, especially in Orlando, where I got to, talk to a lot more of the AFTV people because they weren't in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. And everyone's like, nah, man, I wish they were all like, nah, I'm not kidding. All of them at one point said something that, paraphrased or related to I wish English fans were more like this. Arsenal fans here are so united. They're so positive about the team. They have such a big outlook on the team. They're really hopeful for the next season. They're not carrying that additional weight. They're not carrying that additional hate sometimes, or that sort of cynicism that comes with being a Premier League fan in England. We don't have that here because, we're just happy to see the team. It doesn't matter if it's a preseason match. And I think that's happening in general. I think you're seeing that some of these European fans, especially the ones that are the most active in the comments, are just there. Nothing's good enough for them. They're leaving a negative comment in our things. They're leaving negative comments in their own club's posts.
It's just a general toxic behavior. But there's another dude on TikTok that I highly recommend people follow. His name is I don't know his actual name, but his handle is Noblet Strength or Noble T Strength. I'm not exactly sure how to say it. But he's a dude. He's like I think he's a trainer, like a soccer trainer and stuff like that. But he answers questions and talks about American soccer while he's like juggling a ball on the ground.
That's impressive.
He's a very, very good juggler, but he has very nuanced conversation while he's juggling a ball, and it's very impressive. And a lot of I always. TikTok can be like annoying and toxic and stuff like that. But the one thing I appreciate about it is that definitely for us, it's exposed us to European fans. Football TikTok and soccer. TikTok is just like, oh, you like soccer? All right, you're gonna check out this Dominican and Cuban dude. Like, better.
Wait, did you click on the kickoff clip? Well, now here's two dummies from New York. Let's see how you feel about that back to back.
So there's an interesting cultural exchange of like.
That's a great way to put it. Look at all these cultural exchanges that we've had to, ban from our account.
But it's an interesting, and this happens with a lot of people that are American and talk about soccer, is that now you're debating with Europeans about MLS, about Champions League, and there's just like, especially watching that dude Noblet Strength, I like a lot of his points just about how we're kind of just growing our own thing, and it's what's sort of happening, and what the trends are kind of suggesting is that in 20, 30 years, European leagues are going to look more like MLS than MLS looking like European leagues now.
I could totally see that.
So look, it's only a matter of time, okay, before you start hating the sport. And Americans ruined it. Yeah, get ready for it.
By the way, Gamer Sav says, I leave negative comments and I love MLS. I know you do it on our channel and our chat, and you're still watching, dude.
Okay,
I love it.
The Europeans don't do that. They don't like MLS, and they also don't.
They kind of miss on that second part. You seem to be pretty good at.
Because it's coming from a place of love when you do it.
Here's the last thing I want to talk about. Barcelona is playing a friendly against the New York Red Bulls.
Yes.
And tickets are being limited to
season ticket holders.
To season ticket holders. So you basically have to be a season ticket holder to get a ticket at a regular price. Otherwise, you're in the secondary market where tickets have gone crazy. In fact, some season ticket holders are rightfully selling their tickets for about $1,000 each.
Can't blame them.
Bro, that basically pays for your season. That pays for more than your season. You just pay for a whole season of Red Bull games.
Sure.
To not see, Rafinha, I think that's all right. I'll be all right with that.
I'll live.
What do you think about this?
Oh, I thought you were going to say something after that.
It did. My cadence made you think I had more. But no, everyone listening was like, did the mics go out?
No. This is one of those situations where realistically, this game probably shouldn't be played at Red Bull Arena, right? Because
it's Barca.
It's Barca.
This should be at
and this should be at MetLife.
Giants. Giants. Yeah.
Because they can sell a whole gang of tickets, but it's a smaller stadium. The demand is high. The supply is low. Look, more than anything, it's as far as the cost, I think the dope part is that they're offering these for season ticket members. I think season ticket holders.
You could have also done that at Giant Stadium.
True, but maybe there's an extra cost to it. Maybe there is, like people talk about Red Bull and then whatever can't fill the stadium and blah blah blah. But we were there for the Hudson River Derby,
and it was if it was like 90% full, it was great.
It was packed.
Great
so
atmosphere.
There's opportunity. This is an opportunity for fans to go to Red Bull Arena and maybe become season ticket holders or want to go back to the and support the team.
I agree with you there. This is a great opportunity to bring new fans into the stadium.
So look, it's difficult.
Who are expecting Barcelona style.
It's difficult to do that.
Right.
The challenge here is like you're not going to get Joe Schmo to buy $1,000 ticket to go to this game.
These are diehard, dedicated Barcelona fans,
right?
Or like scene people. You know what I mean? Like, oh, there's something popping. I'm gonna go to that. Those two don't seem like the type of people that will be. You know what? I think I'm gonna commit myself to this. Secondary team owned by an energy drink company.
I don't know, but you have to try.
I get that.
Yeah,
but that you know what I mean. It feels like we're gonna miss that group of people.
Look, it's a huge opportunity. I'm sure. I'm sure it'll be a great game. The fanfare. We've been to Red Bull Arena when it's absolutely packed, and whether it's like an international match, we were like a Costa Rica game. Like it is.
No, it was incredible.
It's unbelievable. It's a great atmosphere, and it's a great stadium. So. People are asking me. They're like, "Yo, how do I get tickets to this game?" I'm like, "I don't know. I mean, I don't have season tickets."
If you find out, let me know, bro.
I can't. I wish I could help.
Gamer Sav, you got any, bro?
Yo, seriously, if anybody here is not going to that game and wants to get rid of tickets, I know somebody who wants them. So, no, but this is the interesting thing here is that this game is being put together by the New York Red Bulls, as opposed to some other organization like Florida Cup
or Relevant, who owns
ICC. So because of that, there isn't there. I think that's probably one of the big reasons why.
Which means New York Red Bulls are paying Barcelona.
Yeah, that's how I'm interpreting.
Right.
I assume that's how
most people don't know that, but these preseason tournaments, these clubs are paid to come, and then you hope you can recoup your money, ticket sales.
Correct.
Merch sales that day, stuff like that, concessions.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're paying these clubs to come here. So Everton got paid to go to Minnesota. Arsenal got paid to go to Baltimore and Orlando, things like that.
As they should. Yeah, it makes total sense. So, I hope it works out. Like I said before, I think the really, really cool thing is that the season ticket holders get that kind of a benefit to go to a game like that.
They've done right by their season ticket because they obviously could stand and make a lot more money by not doing that.
Correct.
So shouts to them.
So that's dope. Okay. Speaking of Red Bull, the game that they played against Austin, and they
4-3.
4-3.
Big win. Couldn't beat NYCFC, but damn, they beat.
I mean, he's wearing an NYCFC shirt. I mean, we always gotta.
By the way, look, the color. I was sleeping with my arms crossed on the plane.
Yeah,
and it melted the color off. It was on my hand. It was on my hand when I woke up. I'd never seen anything like this before.
You melted your own kit with your own body.
My own body, bro. And I had the AC on and everything. I mean, obviously, look, this kid is old.
Never in my life have I heard of anything like that.
I swear to God. I woke up. And you know how your eyes don't work exactly right when you first wake up? You know what I mean? You got a little bit of cold in your eye or whatever.
Nah, bro, my eyes are 100%.
You like an eagle, man.
Even my eyes, when my eyelids close,
I see 20/20, bro. Bro, I woke up and there was like white or something on my thumb. And, I sleep with my arms crossed like this. My wife says I look like I'm losing an argument in my sleep, I woke up and I was like, what the fuck is on my hand? And remember, I had those two little kids next to me. I'm like, these little kids messing with me while I'm sleeping?
Okay, well, you told me that.
Yeah. There's some parents just asked me to basically babysit their kids. I'm like, I'm going to bed, bro. One of y'all want to take one of these seats? And they're like, nah, you good. I'm like, all right, terrible parents. And the lady had the Kate plus 8 haircut. You know what I'm talking about? The swoosh in the front, spikes in the back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, 1987. I'll watch your kids with your sleeveless shirt on and your...
What is that, pomade? How you old,
Damn, bro. Who did your hair, bro? That referee we saw before? Bro. The parents look like they go hiking and leave their kids alone. You know what I mean? Like the kids cook them dinner. Right. Anyway, that kid's like 9 and 11 years old.
Okay, well.
But yo, I went to bed like this, bro. I was all tucked in. You know what I mean? I woke up. I was like, yo, I must have snored because I was like, sorry if I snored. And the little kid was like, no, yeah, man, you need to get that checked.
How do your arms generate that much heat to melt the damn letters?
I woke up in the damn...
Damn, bro.
But like what I did was I moved it up. See, like I squished
that
it.
thing was it became the wet he had. Bro.
But there was no moisture. No moisture, bro.
I don't know what's going on. Gamer Sav is saying, we own the rivalry. 13 wins altogether against NYCFC to your 6 wins. Talk about the Hudson River Derby. Who is better at it? RB owns you.
Can we talk about Stars Above the Badge?
Okay.
Do you want to talk about that?
All right, we know why we're
You
going to
want
come
to
back.
talk cups?
It's going to be a lot.
You want to talk cups?
Did we talk about that tweet? Did we talk about that on the show? The fan that went to the Open Cup game?
We did not.
We didn't talk about this, right?
He tweeted at New York Rebel Arena.
Yes.
And said, hey, I was at the concession stand and I couldn't get anything to drink because there were no cups.
Yeah.
And they said, what section were you in? He said, next to the trophy, in the trophy room.
And this was the Rebels account.
Yeah.
Was the one, not the arena, not Rebel Arena.
Yeah.
The New York Rebels asked the question, like, what section are you in?
Well, we're happy to help. And he said the trophy room. And then there was like, bro,
you can't.
The tweet itself blew up. The screen cap blew up. People start screen caps. They're like, yo, Rebels are going to delete this.
Yeah.
But this kid is like, I've never heard of this kid before. He came in hairy.
you got. It happens. And we love the banter. Look, Gamer Sav is coming.
Want to talk 3 Shields? No, because we ain't watching Captain America, bruh. Ain't nobody care about your shields, my G.
A lot of new Marvel movies coming out.
Yeah. Ew, bro. What are you, SWAT team? We don't care about your shields, bruh. Talk about Cubs, bro. How many stars you got? Zero.
Okay.
2 bulls, no stars.
This is the kind of conversations we have with like Derek Etienne.
Yeah. Still, by the way. Still.
Derek Etienne about this all the time. Okay. Let's go, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We should wrap up. We appreciate everybody. Just real quick, stay tuned. Follow us on all socials at Soccer Cooligans, on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. But we're going to have some news. We are going to be at MLS All-Star. We're going to be filming some stuff, filming some content, interviewing some players. If you haven't seen the last year's MLS Cup content, please look it up. We did a bunch of great interviews. We interviewed a lot of the players on the training ground, and it was dope. So hopefully we get to do something similar.
Yeah, I think it'll be dope. Also, if you are going to be in Minnesota, if you currently are in Minnesota, or if you were thinking of, hey, maybe I should go to Minnesota for MLS All-Star, if you're a fan of ours and you want to see us, I don't know, maybe not sitting. Is that a big enough of a hint?
Exactly.
What happens if you're not sitting and you're definitely not laying down?
Okay. I don't know. You're burning the letters off of your shirt.
I don't know why you're so surprised about this. Bro, I generate so much armpit heat, my G. Little kid next to me, her left side was sweating.
Alexis could just rub his hands together and start a campfire.
I'm going to start a blam fire, bro.
So we are going to be doing something at All-Star, so be on the lookout for that.
And Gully Squad gets first dibs. That's all I'm saying. So you need to be a part of Gully Squad.
Correct. So patreon.com/soccercooligans if you want some exclusive content there as well. So get with
Cooligans 5K. Yeah. And I hope Christian can do it, dude. Okay. I'll be rooting for him while I'm sweating the fucking numbers off my shit, dude.
Okay.
I was seated. I wasn't even
makes
moving.
It in an air-conditioned space, which makes it even more ridiculous.
Perfect conditions to not generate heat. Bro. And I was ghosted. I was like, what's that? What's the motorcycle dude with the flames?
Ghost Rider.
Bro, I was Ghost Ridering, dude.
Okay. All right, everybody.
I'm going to complain to Adidas. This 7-year-old kid is melting.
Shout out to everybody for the love and support. Make sure you hit the like button.
Please hit the like button. It helps us out.
Yes.
Please.
And we'll be back next week with another fun and exciting show. We got
Dad.
we got a busy week. We're doing a lot of stuff this week. So so we'll see you next week. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast, and shout out as always to the Meadowlark Familia.
It's the Cooligans, buddy.
That's right. We love you.
Peace, everybody.